Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. My idea is to say something about crafting and or pen paling on Thursdays, and I'm actually pretty tired. I might have mentioned before that I'm basically sort of living in a bed 50% of the time. Changing between several classes, as you may see on the back. And yes, I'm trying to trying out how that works to make a video with a tablet, because that's a little bit more steady than the phone, and that might like I'm kind of optimistic that this makes good craft videos, if I figure out how. Like at the moment, I'm kind of like really, really very sleepy, but today I got 2 letters, and that makes me really happy. Like, one was from a person who I knew for a long time, and one um, was by a person who I didn't know at all. Like, said person returned a full friendship book to me that for all the people who don't know what a friendship book is, it's like, let's say that's a sort of Facebook, like without a computer. The way you found pen pals in the 90s, in the probably 80s, also in the 2000s, like before social media were what they are today. And obviously this friendship booklet was started uh, sort of in 2009 or something, when I restarted pen paling. I always have had like some pen pals in my youth, but that habit sort of got lost when I was an exchange student in Canada, and then like in 2009 or something, I rediscovered um, pen paling, and I also rediscovered that people still did these friendship booklets. Like, you craft a small booklet, sort of like a gift tag, and then you write your address or your email in there. And I prefer writing my email address because yeah, because personal reasons. And then you pass it on to a pen friend, and then or to someone you agree to trade friendship books with, and then then this person passes it on again, and this person passes it on, next person passes it on again, and then you ideally get it back from the last person who signed it. And I mean, like, talking about 2009, that means that these friendship booklets can be on the road or in someone else's drawers for a really long time, actually, like decades. I think the funniest thing was when someone sent me one that was started in Iceland 30 years ago. And it still had plenty of mentions of old currencies in there, sort of like a time machine, because sometimes people also use these friendship booklets for small ads in order to sell pen paling supplies. Um, I would say the success with that varies. I have found very good pen pals by means of these booklets, and also got really nasty letters, but this one was a really friendly one, like that someone should make the effort to check that the address still works, and also spent postage on just yeah, sending this back. And I mean, like, the people who started that for me, there there were some contacts in that friendship book who I don't have contact with anymore, but and like, did I ever mention that pen friendships just can dissolve like any ordinary contact? I mean, of course, it's good manners to tell people if you can't write anymore, but like sometimes it just feathers out because the chemistry is not so right. But still, it's a lovely memory. And uh, now I could ask you, and I hereby ask you, have you ever sent a message in a bottle? I always wanted to send a message in a bottle as a kid, but the adults always told me that's like environmental pollution, because like you throw the bottle into the river or into the sea, and you don't know what happens to it. But I saw some movies about messages in bottles, like also especially movies that were directed at children. And um, ideally, in all those movies, the finder of the bottle and the maker of the message became pen friends. Um, and yeah, I when someone doesn't know what a friendship book is, then I sometimes tell them it works a little bit like a message in a bottle. You don't know where it goes, and it can be on the road for years, and then you might get some contacts from this or not. I am not consequently searching for new pen pals, but if that organically happens, I'm glad about it, and I think I will send a note to the person who returned my friendship book. Um, because that's just nice, and who knows what comes from this. Um, due to the fact that my health is so unpredictable, and it's like also like unpredictable what kind of entertainment I can seek. Um, I really enjoy pen paling as long as there is clear communication about health issues, and like not so many expectations, but a good conversation about what like the other person does in a day and likes doing in a day. And if it's a day that you can't particularly do much, actually my idea is like write something about your hopes and dreams or your ideal day. um yes, I also write to people that I'm watching crime series that usually or like older women watch, like because I like relaxing with things where you don't have to think that much, yet you do think like who is the murderer, and is that like what the people talk about, is that like culturally really this way. Some of these crime series also have like a lot of aspects of cultural history, and I'm actually right now I'm so glad about this book with like the golden pages, and like it says follow your dream, and my friend brought that to me from her holiday in Spain, methinks, and I am so glad about. Yeah, I collect notebooks because I haven't given up the big dream of becoming a novelist. Like before the internet was what it is today, I yeah, I wrote a lot of letters in my childhood, and I showed the letters to my parents sometimes, and my pen pal pen pals that also were children my age. I strongly discouraged adults writing to children without any context. But yeah, um, of course, I sometimes write cards to my relatives, but yeah. So let's uh, have this clear that my pen pals in my youth and childhood were as old or as young as I was at the time. And there was this service where you could order pen pal addresses, and yeah, like you could state an age range, but they would only dish out addresses that were like your own age and a year plus and minus. Makes sense because that was of course the target group, like mainly 10 to 15 years old. And like uh, in today's time, I'm 44 and I have absolutely no problem writing to someone who is 30 years old, but let's say in the life world and mental development of, uh, let's say, a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. That's a huge difference. But of course, also I remember my classmates trying to order addresses from that, and like when they were like 16, and they gave an age range up to 20 because they wanted to look cool. And I think that's okay to talk about that because that's those times are long gone. To the best of my knowledge, this pen pal ordering service doesn't exist anymore because you find your pen pals on Facebook or on Instagram. And of course, I have the issue that like some people just want a pen pal from Iceland, and I'm not even from Iceland. I'm just like in Iceland. Um, and many people don't really want to get to know me as a person. And I know that I'm not the easiest person to handle. Um, yes, if we're not pen pals already, and you really have a reason to want to write to me, then you can ask me on Instagram for my other contact info. Um, and yes, I hope that like next Thursday I'm less dizzy, and then I can show you next Thursday how to craft friendship books or something like that. And I also will figure out how to let's say position the camera of the tablet in a way that I can actually like do craft videos with my hands mm, showing, because like there is so far no realistic way of doing that with the selfie stick. um So I hope you could embrace and in some way enjoy this piece of my reality. This is what my life looks like. And now I need coffee from my coffee cup collection. Bye bye.